Okay, we are live on Riot Radio for the first live stream we have ever done.
Good evening, rock and rollers. It's time to get this debate started soon. But first, let's talk about Riot Radio a little bit.
Yes, but before we do that, we need to make sure we can be heard clearly. Just make sure. Before we do that, we need to make sure we can be heard clearly. Just make sure.
Yes,
before we do that, we need to make sure we can be heard clearly.
Good debates tonight.
Just make sure.
Yes,
before we do that, we sure we can be heard. Cut that off. It is time to get the live stream started officially. All right. So, if you don't know what Riot Radio is, just because this is your first time ever basically being on Riot Radio before, it's a music channel that focuses on all different kinds of genres. Classic rock, thrash metal, but that's kind of falling off, but still, at one point, thrash metal was like the king of Riot Radio.
We've been doing this about 6 months now.
Yes.
And we figured it was time to do a live stream. You know, our channel is, it's a really hard one to judge. So tonight we're going to do debates of all the different genres, the hair metal, the classic metal, and of course some thrash, and just get your thoughts on what y'all like, to debate.
So the first debate of the night.
And, then we'll, after we do some debates, we'll hopefully get some opinion what y'all like what? Song debates.
Yes, song debates.
Guess the riffs, or stuff like, we did one before, who do you prefer, like British metal or 80s American hair metal, which one, stuff like that. Just hopefully get some feedback what y'all like. So first, what are we going to start with? A little something that's been really hot lately on our debates.
We're going to start with Cinderella versus Great White.
During the 80s hair metal, but to me personally, I thought they were least of the hair metal bands. I thought Cinderella, kind of had a blues sound to them, and Great White was a really good band. I saw them live a couple of times and very impressed. So, anybody out there, give us your thoughts on those two bands. Who you thought was a better band, or didn't like them, or
because
just anything goes. We're not. If you don't like that type of music, let us know. If you're a big fan of 80s metal, let us know. Let us know.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the live stream itself a little bit, because it took a few minutes to get everything set up, because it was our first ever live stream we've kind of ever done. So we need to make a pretty good background right here. As you can see on screen, we have the text that says Riot Radio is live, and we have some album covers in the bottom of the screen. I would say as they go, I try to do it as they go. They got more popular, but I kind of messed that up, because I should probably switch Saxon and Quiet Riot, but I'll do that next stream, because if you can get all 5 of the album covers exactly what bands and which albums they are, then I will be shocked, especially because the 2 to the left, there's some real obscure album covers that, I honestly think, even if you know a lot about, music and, this type of music, you don't know the far left album cover.
Yeah, it was a song that popped up on our show,
yeah.
Our playlist. We have a playlist on Spotify, and we're like, what is this? So we played it, and man, it's actually a pretty good song. I think it's a British band.
I think it is too.
So, but it's called New York City?
Yeah, it's called New York City.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool song. So that's another thing we like to do, is play some deep cuts. Now, I don't know if y'all are more into deep cuts or into the hits. That's another thing y'all can comment on, what you prefer. They're mild deep cuts or real deep cuts, which I think are pretty cool, because sometimes they're the better songs.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because on Riot Radio, the main purpose of Riot Radio is because we like deep cuts more than the radio staples, because I mean, I don't want this to become an advertisement, but saying like if we do like the show, we just don't like to play like a bunch of just radio staples. That's why the songs just usually aren't that popular. Like some of the songs we have to kind of like figure out about. We don't know right off the bat because there's some really deep cut level stuff on there, and we also the thing about Riot Radios, we don't really know much about our audience because at this point we have 509 subscribers on our channel, so.
And we have a pretty good size overseas viewers, based, which is pretty cool. But I believe Europe is more metalheads than they are here in the United States, which is cool.
Yes, because I remember the first thing we ever saw about the overseas wave is kind of one of our first ever videos on YouTube called "Is Rock Dead?" In that video, we wouldn't really do anything like that anymore because we had no clue what we were doing back then. We were just kind of like seeing what would work, and that was our first kind of good video. It did fair at best. Like it did not do that good for today's standards for Riot Radio. But the thing is, I think the hook was like rock versus.
It was long. I already forgot.
It was like rock versus K-pop, who's winning, or something like that. And we got a lot of the comments that said like, rock is kind of alive like overseas, and like United States, there's not much rock presence really.
I think a comment from Australia said it was dead over there too.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And also, if you like our videos, we do notice we have some pretty crazy remixes of our videos, which
This is pretty funny.
it's funny, but our channel has really stuff that's hard to remix, and if you can find a way to remix it, just go ahead, because pretty hard videos to remix. But
And that's another part about making the videos. Sometimes we get comments, you could have used a better song for this and that, but finding good live cuts of some of these songs is almost impossible. Sometimes we have to scrap something we want to do because you just couldn't find the clips. But that's another thing y'all can comment on. Do you care if the clips are not as good quality, or do you prefer like a good quality clip? Because there's a lot of bad clips out there that we try not to use.
There is, like, I can think of an example time I did use a bad clip. It was on, I think, a Stadium vs. Arena video. It didn't really do anything, I think, because the first clip was like a really blurry Pink Floyd Run Like Hell clip. But after that, I think we learned kind of clips are pretty important on YouTube because it's just a main factor. Because I know, like, our dedicated fans wouldn't care if we put out, like a no clip at all, a black screen with the text on it, because some of our dedicated fans would watch anything we put out. But Riot Radio just tries to target like anybody, because like people scrolling the shorts feed, probably like 99% of them would scroll off at a bad clip. That's the main reason we even put all the effort into using the clips. We actually had to get an external hard drive to store all the clips.
Right.
That tells you how many clips we have, and it has like a terabyte of data. So I did the calculations, and if we're doing this for over 10 years, we still will not run out of storage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of clips to go through.
It is, because
it's very time consuming. I mean, anybody could put out a clip of me. I guess you could use the, what do you call it, like the official videos, non-live clips, but I don't know. I prefer to use live clips.
Yeah, I agree. Like, live clips are better. And we actually got chat that says too many Riot Radio channels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know there was that many because. Oh yeah, well, I don't think anybody really knows our handle since it's pretty weird. You know what it is, right? The Fiddle About 1942 handle.
Yeah. Well, that one's probably pretty. You can find us by that handle.
Yeah, you can.
Fiddle About 1942, which Fiddle About came from Tommy. If anybody knows about the the rock opera from The Who, it's just Fiddle About, Fiddle About. It's kind of cool. So we just threw that as a name.
I think that was before we even started doing this. We just kind of like
we just kept it.
We did, and for this person who said too many Riot Radio channels out there, I'm happy they were able to find us from that, because usually the bigger channels get pushed over the smaller channels. So
But yeah, if you just run into a bunch of Riot Raiders, just look for Fiddle About
1942.
and that would be us.
Oh, this is what the person said. He said that's how he found us, under the fiddle, not under the actual Riot Radio name. See, it makes our handle distinctive, making it that, because we could have made something generic like Music Rocks 1984, and that would not be as distinctive as Fiddle About 1942. But now let's kind of go back to the debate: Cinderella versus Great White.
Again, I like both bands. I've seen both bands live way back in the day, and like I said, to me they were, during that hair metal era. But I don't really call them that hair metal. I thought Great White had some great songs. I know they had, the tragedy with the fire and everything, and then the singer just passed not too long ago, so
Yeah.
there's nothing really left. And Cinderella, I think Tom Kiefer tours solo, but they had some good songs, both those bands. So let us know what you think of those two. But we're trying to put a little bit of everything out there. That era of music, also the classic metals, and maybe we'll even talk about some classic rock, because again, our viewers it's a wide spectrum. It's hard to make these videos.
It is, because I think we might have said this a little bit before, but we don't even have any clue what our audience is. At one point we knew. I think at the beginning it was kind of more like classic rock, trending more older. You never see any 13 through 24 people on the channel, but now you kind of just see a little bit of everything.
And it just the other day, the Dokken and Quiet Riot took off. And
Yes.
say again, and then we're here. Hopefully, get a little feedback from our audience, and give us some feedback, and just let us know. Give us some ideas if it's something you'd like to think would be a good debate. Yeah, we're open to all that stuff.
Yes. But I mean,
Open to everything. If you got critical things to say, it's good. I mean,
yeah.
we like to
Good.
hear it all.
So, does anybody in the chat want to move on to the next debate? Because I feel like some debates are going to hit and some are not going to hit, because that's just how it works.
The next one, we're going to stay in that same era with little Twisted Sister and Quiet Riot.
Yes, Twisted Sister vs. Quiet Riot.
Those two were not my favorites, but they had a couple of good songs. I think I maybe like Quiet Riot a little better.
Oh, yeah.
Still weird that Randy Rhoads was in there early days. And, of course, Rudy Sarzo in bass, who played bass for about everybody. Ozzy, and I had a buddy of mine tell me one time he saw him playing bass for Blue Oyster Cult at some concert, and I think he was in Kentucky somewhere. I was like, really? He's like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know if he was telling the truth, but that's what he told me.
So, yeah, well, Twisted Sister vs. Quiet Riot, we usually, I think a week or so ago, we would never have done these type of bands. We probably would just stick to the more, safe bands like Led Zeppelin,
AC/DC, Metallica,
Megadeth.
Judas Priest, Dio.
Yeah, all that
who
stuff.
they've done very well for our channel. But recently, these 80s, I guess hair metal, whatever you want to call them, have been the best performers lately, which is kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Our channel just kind of evolves.
It does.
It's like, we were saying earlier, thrash was leading big for a while, but they've kind of
Oh, yeah, thrash
tailed
has
off a little bit.
fallen off. But
Megadeth still does well.
the thing about thrash metal is...
Remember Dave Mustaine, what does he do? Everything.
Yeah. That's the only problem with thrash metal is you see... even if half of it's normal and half of it's thrash metal, you see a little bit of crazy stuff. Because let's go back to Malcolm Young versus, I think it was against James Hetfield. It was either Malcolm Young against Kirk Hammett, or...
No, I think it was Malcolm Young and James Hetfield, better rhythm guitarist.
I think you know where I'm going with this. The first time we saw this phrase, I might have heard it before, and you've never heard it before. I think you know what I'm going to say. Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. We get so many of those. Those are crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I never heard it before, but we've had quite a few of those.
I mean,
But I'm old, so maybe it's a younger thing. I don't know.
you think I would have heard it, but I've hardly heard it at all, if any. But also, we do get some other crazy stuff like people don't understand how hard it is to find the clips. Also,
Oh yeah, I get criticized with those too, which is all good. I mean, we appreciate all the comments.
And we never really like.
I mean, the nasty ones, it's gonna happen.
Just
skip over, and don't take it personal.
We don't, because
it's all fun. We try to have fun, and all comments are welcome, and your opinion matters. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. You might, a lot of people, you can't. There's another one we get quite a bit. You can't compare the two.
Oh yeah, those are annoying.
I disagree with that. I think you could compare, like example, what was it Led Zeppelin to Black Sabbath?
Those are easily comparable.
And different music, but it's still compare. I mean, why can't you? It's rock, and maybe one's metal and one's more classic, but you can compare the bands. Why can't? I mean, nobody's actually giving us a really good reason not to. Just you can't compare them, and we respond back, why not? And
they don't respond because they don't have like a defense.
So, but it's all part of it, and it's okay.
Yes. So basically, as we were saying before, the current debate is Twisted Sister versus Quiet Riot, and I think we might call that one too in a few because we have a good bit more to go through, and we can't stay.
We're just trying to put out, they said, different types of debates of the different types of metal and classic metal and rock or classic rock, and and another thing, what y'all might think of, how do you call it, like debates of kind of crossing.
Yeah.
Say, for example, like
AC/DC ZZ Top,
like AC/DC versus ZZ Top or something like that, or
the Cult versus Metallica. I mean, that's a bad example, but basically,
right, just different, and some people get upset about that. You can't compare the two, but I don't know. I think you can if you want. And like I said, it's just a debate and opinion. So I mean, you're open to your own opinion about that. Why you can't compare, say, a Def Leppard to a Megadeth?
Yeah, like
who was a bigger band or who was a better band? Yeah, they're different type of music, but doesn't mean one can't be a better band than the other.
Yeah.
Even though they play different types of music. I mean, I've seen bands. I'll give you a perfect example of a band who I've seen a couple of times and very disappointed with is Aerosmith.
Oh yeah,
very big band. So I've seen Ted Nugent and ZZ Top both open up for Aerosmith, and I would have to say ZZ Top and Ted Nugent by far were better bands live.
Aerosmith, yeah,
by far. But so yeah, I think you can compare the bands. Some bands you may have, they're bigger hits, but doesn't make them a better band.
That's true, but what I did was I made a poll in the chat, which if you didn't see it, it was basically just talking about like what's next for the stream, and there are two options: are the next debate or reading comments. I mean, on the schedule, like reading comments is supposed to go down later, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to everything. So I just want to know what you guys want to do. If you'd rather read some comments now than hear the announcement later, or go to the debate next. But yeah, so
let's do another type of debate. Here's another debate that is part of our channel. The types we do: Iron Maiden versus Judas Priest.
All right,
that's another one. Now when we say debates, sometimes it could be song, album. Say like Number of the Beast versus British Steel. That could be a possible debate, or well, let me think.
Wait, Led Zeppelin 1 versus like.
Or like we're on Judas Priest and
Iron Maiden.
And like I said, British Steel versus Number of the Beast, or you could say,
Like Power Slave versus
or just album,
anything.
or Living After Midnight. I would do a song debate.
Yeah.
Versus Run to the Hills, just for example.
Yes, you do have a song debate scheduled. We do have a song debate scheduled if you get to it. And
But yeah, just stuff like that. We like to do all that type stuff, but it's you, the people who comment and watch our channel. We want to hear from y'all to see what
yes.
type of stuff y'all like.
That's why we encourage comments. We love comments, and we're just gonna read them on stream soon.
And other, besides, since you don't want to do the same thing every time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
What band rocks or what album
Which
rocks.
is better, like that.
Who's
We
that
hardly
type
use
stuff.
that.
No, you want to kind of. It's good to mix it up. But again, if people would rather just stick to basic, what album's better, what song's better, stuff like that. I mean, we'll do it. I mean, throw an occasional like other stuff like
Yeah,
like we did with the hair metal versus 80s, the British new wave of heavy metal, stuff like this. And another one one of our earlier ones that did real well was the loudest rock concert you've ever been
yeah.
to. That was a pretty good one.
I think the options we did was
Mine-
Deep Purple and Saxon.
No, it was for loudest was Saxon and Metallica.
Oh yeah.
But that brings another one we did was bands you wish you could have seen.
I know it was Deep Purple.
Deep Purple, the Mach 2 lineup, which you can't see because number one, John Lord has passed, and I think Richie Blackmore has been never played with Deep Purple, I guess, and who was the other band I mentioned?
Oh, was it? I can look. But
No, it's okay. But it's anyway, the thing that we throw into stuff like that also, debates, like that, just to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes we put out stuff that fails, but that's part of it. Quite a few of them have failed.
oh yeah.
But that's all good. I mean, you learn from, just keep putting them out there. We stick to, it's all rock and metal.
It is.
We don't do a lot of classic rock, but we would. But I don't know.
The thing about YouTube is you kind of have to go which way your audience goes. You can't just like make a huge turn and say like, I want to do like Pink Floyd and Triumph only for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We do like Dawkins, like currently Dawkins, like Quiet Riot, like
Wasp has done well on
Wasp.
this channel.
Guns N' Roses.
Pink Floyd is hit and miss.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be the perfect setup for Pink Floyd. And I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan.
Same.
But it just depends. We've done frontman battles too.
We have.
And we've had Daily Roth versus Freddie Mercury,
We had
which
like
didn't do bad.
we had Freddie Mercury versus Ozzy. Who's like the better frontman?
And who's cooler, Keith Richards or Lemmy?
Oh yeah.
And that one, they don't do bad, but again, it's all try to change it up a little bit instead of doing the same old thing every time. I see that on X a lot. Same thing.
Stuff. Like, are they by the same people or like different
A
people?
lot of the same people. I mean, if it works for them, it's fine. That's just not us. We don't. I mean, like to mix it up more instead of, having the same thing. Which song is better, or what album you taking?
Oh yeah.
It just to me it gets boring.
It does.
But as people who listen and comment, we'd like to hear from y'all. What y'all think about that? Mix it up a little bit. The types of music, the types of debates, and instead of just the same old.
All right, so I think a part of the debate we do is if we do a band debate, we should probably say maybe even debate their best albums too, if they're bands like we know and like everybody knows. Like for example, Iron Maiden versus Judas Priest, best albums. I'm gonna go right off the bat, British Steel and Power Slave.
I'm gonna go with British Steel and Number of the Beast, but Power it's pretty close.
We actually listened to the full album of Power Slave, and it was good. Rhyme the Ancient Mariners, the last song of the album. It's like 16 minutes long.
Very good song.
It
Indeed.
is. We can't put it on our show a lot, but when we do, it's good because it takes up a lot of time. So, as we did the poll before, the winner of the poll, believe it or not, was next debate. So, we are going to do one more debate, and then we're going to go straight into reading comments.
And we're gonna go now. Here's another. We're gonna do the Slayer and Testament.
No, we're gonna do AC/DC versus ZZ Top.
Oh,
next.
AC/DC versus ZZ Top. And so that's another one that can sometimes get negative, just for people saying it's two different types. And I think it's a pretty cool debate. I love ZZ Top. Both those are probably my two favorite bands. And I've seen both of them several times. They both just great. And that one, I don't know. That's be a good debate.
Yeah.
I think on our channel, AC/DC would probably slaughter them.
Oh yeah.
But I think we would get a lot of. I think we might get a lot of. Nothing against ZZ Top. I think most people like ZZ Top. It's just AC/DC's. AC/DC. Oh, it's two different types. The whole. You can't compare. What is another one? Apples and oranges.
Oh, we see that a lot. That one's a little bit too common.
But again, which is fine. We appreciate the comment. But we try to get as people to engage. Like why?
Yeah, like why?
And it's very. Sometimes you get that people that'll actually explain what their reasoning for that, which is the most interesting part. Instead of just saying apples and oranges or coughing whatever baby and whatever that is.
Hydrogen bomb.
Just stuff like that, or you can't you can't compare. And a lot of our comments will get both, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably say that for AC/DC and ZZ Top. If you said which band is more rocking, I'd probably say both also.
Yeah, because both is it's actually a good comment because you're not saying anything bad, but you also just making it pretty simple too. So I know some creators might want explanation, but I think if you put both, that's just fine. So next we've got we're gonna continue this debate for a little bit, but I'm gonna make this poll in the chat: reading comments or secret announcement. Because
secret announcement, all right.
I think you know what that is. It's actually some pretty cool stuff when we actually get to it. I'm sure if people click in, the first thing they see is read comments for a secret announcement. I can bet you they're going to choose secret announcement. So, let's give that a minute or two, see how that does. And so far, reading comments has been superior. So, we don't do this much because usually it doesn't even work. But redoing bad old videos, like the Britain versus USA thing, we worded that so bad the first time we did that.
Yeah, we screwed that one up the first time, but we fixed it.
We did,
and it did very good.
That was one of our better videos at the time. Remember, we just remade that.
I think the British metal won that debate, and with that one, I think they had more people comment that they thought that the new wave of British heavy metal was better. Well, Wait a minute. That was two different videos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One was just British metal versus American metal.
That was what did good.
I think it was American metal. I think that might have won that one.
I think so, because people obviously brought that.
Because we also did the British new wave of heavy metal, and then the 80s hair metal, and I think the British new wave destroyed them.
Yeah, I don't think that one did that good, but it did fair. And let's take a look back at the poll, see what's going on there. And it looks like, guess what won? Reading comments won over the secret announcement.
All right.
So
let's hear it. Hear that secret announcement.
Wait, never mind. We just got to vote. Another vote to break the reading comments streak. So that means secret announcement is going to win over the comments. So the thing about deep cuts on Riot Radio is they are very hard to do because people are like, what is the example? We did a Guess the Riff video. We used Victory by Megadeth as one of the riffs. We used Smoke on the Water and Megadeth Victory. And that's a good comparison, but in the end, if nobody knows Victory, then it makes an immediate click off. So we decided to take a different approach by doing that, and we decided to, believe it or not, make a new channel. Get ready for it. The reveal of the new Riot Radio channel currently has 12 subscribers, and if if you found it, make sure to comment, because yes, people have been able to find like stuff like that before we officially announce it. But get ready, 3, 2, 1. Well, you have to uncover the name. Listen Up Radio. All right. So basically, Listen Up Radio is...
Explain.
I mean, it was originally my idea because I like deep cuts. I like the... I'm going to just say what that album is. I like Fist. I like the Fist song, New York City. I like Shooting Star, like the Last Chance song. But we would not be able to use any of that on our actual...
We don't know this.
I mean, I don't think we'd be able to use it.
That's another something we'd like to get your feedback on. Do y'all like the deep cuts as far as using them in a short? Because what we gave an example of one, didn't we?
We did.
Was it Battering Ram by Saxon?
Versus
it was
the Hot Sauce song by Accept.
What is it?
Losers and Winners.
Losers and Winners, which is, would people actually like, what is this? Or are people like it? I mean, I like deep tracks. Instead of the same old. Nothing against, the good songs. It's just the deep tracks are pretty cool.
Yes, but let's talk a little bit about Listen Up Radio. Like, as I said before, I wanted to do it. So the first video I did was, what rocks harder, hits or deep cuts? Kind of a pretty good start because I wanted to know the general census. And believe it or not, there are people in the comments that said, like, basically people in the comments said that they like both. All right, we got a comment that said that was easy to find because you're the only Listen Up Radio. Because we'll talk about the reason why we chose Listen Up Radio in a minute. But let's just go back to the first video. And people knew the Fist New York City song. People knew.
Did they?
Yeah, they knew it. They said, I like Fist and I like the Cold too. Because we used Rain as an example to hit. Because I didn't really want to use Sweet Child of Mine. Because I couldn't find the clip. That's why I wanted to use Rain. And then video 2, who has better deep cuts, Metallica or Megadeth? I mean, it kind of is what it seems to be. It's who has better deep cuts. The reason I did it is because we were thinking about doing this at Riot Radio. We forgot about it, so I put it on here. It did pretty good. And we actually did get a little bit of criticism, nothing too crazy, about the first clip. I can't play it on here because they'll get copyrighted. But if you want to go in there and see for yourself,
it wasn't a great clip. Damage Inc.
It was Damage Inc.
It's just, again, it's hard to find. If you're looking for deeper tracks, it's really hard to find them. But, again, it all depends on how people are. I mean, we can put a lot of not, clips that are not as clear and the sound is bad, especially if it's from a fan or something. Took one sitting quite a few rows back.
Yeah.
But when it's said, we've lost... So we've had to kill ideas because of the clips.
I mean, fortunately, not many.
Not many, because
you
keep looking long enough, you usually can find something. And I guess worst case scenario, if you really want to do something, if there's an official video, just use it.
Yeah,
we've done it a couple of times.
I think Def Leppard's one of the only examples I can think of. But now I'm going to try to speed go through this because I don't really need to explain every video in detail, just because you can simply watch them and understand. But I'll just explain this one next. It says, as you can see, I used a music video there. Both the clips are music videos. It was name a rock or metal band you never liked. That was a good comment performer.
Yes.
As you can see, the choices I kind of put out there as an example was Queensryche and Anvil, because I'm not a huge fan of either of those two bands. Anvil, I just had to think of a metal band I really like, so that's Anvil. And the next short is Who Rocks Harder, Montrose or UFO. I'll go a little bit into this because... mostly UFO, but we used to put a bunch of UFO deep cuts in our playlist, so we love UFO deep cuts. Also
and Montrose also. Those are two great bands from the 70s.
I mean, the reason I say less Montrose because they had way less songs than UFO, because UFO has a million different albums, a million different lineups. Montrose only had 2 good albums, so...
With Sammy.
Yeah, because after Sammy left, they weren't that good anymore. But next video is today's video. What classic rock song are you playing first? Lay It on the Line, or a really hidden gem, Last Chance by Shooting Star. As you can see, that's the album underneath I mean, next to Fist, and that's quite right.
But that's Listen Up Radio. That's basically it's gonna be that type of channel. Not like definitely different from Riot Radio. Always will be, those type of videos.
Yes, but now we have to kind of go in like a short summary and how we chose the name of Listen Up Radio.
There you go. You explain that.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
It is. Alright, so basically, if you don't know, with Dio and Black Sabbath, like...
Heaven and Hell.
Yes, Heaven and Hell. The band basically it's the Dio lineup with Black Sabbath. They reunited to do like a concert, like a studio album. You can look it up if you want. It's true. The band is called Heaven and Hell. I forgot.
I'm sure most of these people know who Heaven and Hell are.
Yeah, but basically, so one of the live songs off of the 2007 live album, was Children of the Sea Live, which at the beginning of the song, it did like a really funny intro Dio did, where he said, "Children of the Sea, listen up."
There's children of the sea, listen up.
And then yeah, so we thought it was really funny, and
there you go. There's Listen Up Radio.
That's why we chose the name Listen Up. So now let's go straight into the next debate, because that was our secret announcement. If you like Listen Up Radio, then
listen up.
I guess just listen up. So let's go straight into this next debate. Let's find out what it is. We got Slayer versus Testament next. Interesting thrash metal.
Yes, the thrash, like we talked about earlier, the thrash metal was our number one comments,
yes,
views.
Are basically like the king of the channel.
Was the most engaged, and that crowd is really engaged and passionate. Let's just say that. That's where you get most of your held comments from.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at some of those, and sometimes YouTube just really pulls it off. Like somebody said, both songs are good and that got held, so sometimes it's YouTube doing garbage stuff. But some comments, I'll say this right now, do deserve to be held. And they just do, so that's really all come from. So,
and the fun part is sometimes the debate within the debate.
Oh yeah, it's like those you see these big time comments that just have all these different replies, like 30+ replies, 60+ replies.
Especially when it comes to Dave Mustaine.
Oh yeah, like Dave Mustaine did this, he did that. Like it just runs up our comment numbers, not like that. I mean, we don't really get into it since we don't really know that much about. I mean, we know a good bit about thrash.
We just let when that goes on, we let the people battle that out and just.
We do.
Pretty cool. But yeah, Dave Mustaine's a winner when it comes to that.
Yeah, because he
gets his name gets thrown in just about everything.
I know, like his name even got thrown in like some prog rock thing. Like Dave Mustaine did that. Like I don't know why everybody thinks Dave Mustaine invented everything. I think it's actually Metallica fans like making fun of like Megadeth fans who think Dave Mustaine invented everything. So that's
basically they think Dave Mustaine wrote all the Metallica songs.
Yeah, it's like
that's another. Speaking of Metallica, which surprised me when using them in debates, like against Slayer and some of these bands, they get destroyed.
They do.
And I'm a big Metallica fan. I mean,
people argue they're bad
after the Black Album. After Load especially.
Yeah, after Load especially.
They're garbage, and I don't think so.
I mean, I liked The Memory Remains. I liked The Moth and the Flame.
Outlaw Torn.
Outlaw Torn. Is that off Load or Reload?
I think it was off Load. And
like King Nothing.
Bleeding Me. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. But the other, it surprised me the amount of Metallica haters out there.
It is pretty crazy.
After sold, the typical sold out and
yeah, but like I like some of the 72 Seasons stuff. Like I like Lux Eterna. I like 72 Seasons of Song. Oh, good stuff. But like I'm not saying everything they did is good, but they have some good stuff.
Who does everything good?
Nobody. Like I don't think I can name a single band with every song is good. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Slayer. The reason we like to use them like a lot is because
they were big on it.
They were.
I wouldn't call them dead yet, but
they're basically a free pass for a good video because they have a really good clip for them called Dead Skin Mask, and you can look at like a lot of our top videos. We use Seek and Destroy and Dead Skin Mask a lot.
Again, you'll see. I mean, we'll use a lot of the same videos for the reason we talked about. Better clips. So that's if you notice, if you even notice that it's just the part just finding good clips. So there's very few songs that have usable clips.
Yeah, that's true. And
so yeah, it's That's a hard job to do that.
It is.
If you want to try to put the best stuff out there
Which we try to do. We try to put really good
instead
stuff
of putting
out there.
garbage out there that
Doesn't even look good.
scratchy or blur, or you get a crowd scene.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
annoying.
some bands start off it's all dark, you can't see anything. But
That's cool
if
for
you don't
there.
mind that, let us know. I mean, some people
Yeah. Actually,
may not care. It's all about the music. It's not about what you see.
we did do some community posts, which we're gonna talk about in a minute. But I'm also gonna say that like, comment if you about like the clips if you actually care about like the quality of them. Because if you'd watch it either way, like we take feedback, we love feedback. We don't go like insane with it, but we just like community posts. Like we like our fans being involved with our channel. Like we do a good bit of community posts.
It just took us a long time to finally do a live stream.
It did a long time. We're trying to do more of these.
Yeah, I mean, and we do stuff like this. That's all. When we come on, we just start talking.
We do. We have no script. I mean,
No, we're like now we're talking.
Like
We're not reading from a script. We wrote down a couple of
like
debates and
matchups,
stuff
that's
that
all,
we
'cause
might talk about. But other than that,
we just
basically wing it.
roll. We just like we hope we don't mess up crazy and just
well, we will mess up a lot.
Yes.
But that's part of it. We just, like I said, we're just talking.
I think that this debate, otherwise from that Testament, their most popular song on Spotify, Return to Serenity, is bad, and
I like Testament.
I like
actually.
Testament too. But I think we had a bad impressions from them just because that one song we heard wasn't any good. But now we look for Testament deep cuts. They have some really good stuff. They have a really funny part of one of their songs. I think you know what I'm talking about. Like
They got some good songs.
they do. Practice What You Preach is their most popular album. Really good album. Really good stuff.
But but not mean to change. Since we're on thrash, or some people are going to say groove metal,
Oh,
Pantera, which is they've had some good videos on our channel.
Yeah,
They've done well. Pantera's
the
done
last
well.
one, but we don't. That doesn't matter.
And yeah. So if you like thrash, again, comment. If you say more classic rock, classic metal. I'm sorry.
I'm guessing most people here. I mean, I don't have any proof of this, but I'm guessing people actually taking the time to watch this stuff, like not being bored of it, like probably are more the classic rock fans because
You like classic metal?
the thrash metal people will be like spamming the chat with Dave Mustaine stuff like Dave Mustaine invented this, Dave Mustaine invented that. I mean, all it does is run up the chat, so I don't mind, but it could get annoying at one point. But now, I think we should go straight into the next debate, which I'm going to skip around a little bit. So, losers and winners versus battering ram. The first song versus song debate of the night. Alright, well, there's a high chance. A lot of people watching don't know these songs.
But the point is, again, it's a question for the audience. Do y'all like that type of debate of a deeper track? Songs that most people, not most, but many people may never have heard. Do y'all like that coming on, or is it just more like,
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about both these songs and like how we found out about them and like a little bit of funny story about both songs. I mean, there's one funny story for the one of them in specific, but let's go into battering ram. I remember back before we did any of this, before we knew we could do any of this, we shuffled Saxon because we love Saxon. We still love Saxon, except the Wheels of Steel album, but we just love a lot of Saxon stuff. Hellfire and Damnation is a really good Saxon album.
it is?
So, the battering ram gonna cut off here, so I'll fix that. There we go. Anyways, we really just shuffled stuff and we kind of found battering ram. It's a really good song. If we could, we play it here, but we're like copyrighted, and that's not worth dealing with because the stream will get completely privated, and I want our first stream to be on our channel, so we can't play that, or we can't play the other song, which is "Losers and Winners" by Accept. But
The Udo days.
yeah, the Udo days. It's off the Balls to the Wall album. But if you want to listen to these yourself, definitely go ahead and listen to them. They're both
they're
really good
jams.
songs.
They're good songs, but we don't debate them because
Nobody really knows them.
that's again another question to y'all. Would y'all like us to do stuff
Song
like
battles,
that?
like-
Song battles with deep tracks, not your like "Welcome to the Jungle"
Yeah.
versus
Like Welcome to the Jungle
versus "You Shook Me All Night Long." Not that type of battle.
No.
Talk about deeper cuts, something like this. This is an example
Yeah.
of something
mean,
we would love to do it. I
We
could do
love
these
this
all day
stuff.
long,
these
but
are fun.
would people actually get into it or be annoyed? I don't know. Or just like click off. Say, what is that?
I mean, like,
it's I don't know this.
and I also say, like, not like a huge self promotion deal, but like if you would prefer that over what we do now, go to Listen Up Radio. That's where we do all the deep cuts. I don't care if the video gets 1 view. Like,
Right.
I want to put deep cuts on there. Like, I would like love to find a way to like talk about the Russian winter and how my soul cries out for you intro comparison, but we just can't do that on here because I just don't believe like that would be able to work. But also, let's talk about Losers and Winners by Accept Now. I think you know this is going because the song we actually kind of knew about for a while kind of just sat in our playlist because there's some songs that just sit in our playlist that we actually never hear.
Well, you know what our playlist is. Have you explained?
Oh yeah, we forgot.
I
forgot
You've
to.
mentioned playlist.
And never explained what it was. So, Riot Radio, V2, and Spotify.
That's our playlist.
Yes, I'm not going to keep it self-promotion. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. Because,
That's where we get a lot of our songs.
yes.
We make, and then what's good, just not talking about the playlist, but what's good about it, at least it must be a Spotify thing, that's like the New York City.
Yeah,
They'll throw in these like deep cuts and
definitely.
we'll listen to them.
We will.
I mean, it's amazing the amount of deep cuts. What was that one song? Band Get Us Axe?
Oh, yeah, Get Us Axe.
Never heard of them.
Never played
And I
before.
think how many times has it ever been played?
Their entire band was played 12 times, all their
I
songs.
think about it on Spotify only 12 times.
Yeah.
Granted, the song wasn't that great, but you
It
know
wasn't.
what? We saw it. We put it on
We-
put it on. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, we'll talk about where we put it on at the end. But anyway, since our playlist is over 34 hours of just straight rock and roll deep cuts, live tracks, a lot of live tracks too. We'll talk about that later. But some songs we just listen to our playlist a lot, but some songs that sit in there we never hear. Like I definitely pull up a song right now we just probably never heard in our playlist, but that's could take a while because we know a lot of the songs we put on there since it's our playlist. But Losers and Winners, we had like a huge accept section. One day it came on, and I think you made like a realization like about how like when the song's
they
almost
are
over.
German.
Yeah, and sometimes you can tell that by how the song sounds. Explain like like the song
He's calling, what's he saying?
attack like attack.
Sounds like he's saying hot sauce.
Listen to the song like
Listen to the song. He's going,
Yeah, it sounds like hot
sauce. Hot sauce, and he's saying attack.
yeah, it's really funny. Like that's what we
I
think
kept
of.
thinking when I heard it, is he saying hot sauce?
I mean, I never
But-
really realized that until
but
you
yeah,
pointed
again,
that out. But
But that's the type of music that we love to listen to. That's our favorite, is the deeper cuts.
yeah,
Again, I do like your main cuts too. I don't dislike them, but deep cuts are because you don't ever hear them.
yeah, that's true. You don't ever hear them.
That and live cuts for sure.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna do another debate, then we're gonna go straight to the comments. I know we promised comments for a while, and we just kind of put it off. This is one more debate. Let me see which one should we do. All right, you choose this time. Which one do you want to do on this list?
Let's do. Like a song battle, Paranoid versus Back in Black.
Okay, let's do that.
That's another thing. Song battles.
Yeah, Paranoid versus.
Are y'all fans of those, or more album battles, and stuff like that, or bands, albums, songs? But they're all good debates. But is any? I like them all.
Yeah, we like doing all of them, but like, thing about like stuff like guess the riff stuff is we know they're not gonna most of the time perform.
Well,
as good.
a couple of them have done well, but
Yeah, like-
that's another get feedback on the guess the riff especially.
Yes.
Get about 3 songs and play about a second or less of a riff, and people try to guess it.
Yeah. Well, we play.
But we've had a couple of them do well with more known songs. But we do a guess the riff with a bunch of deep tracks.
Yeah.
You get no comments because nobody knows the songs.
I mean, one time I forgot. I think we did "Running with the Devil" by Van Halen and "The Red and the Black" by Blue Oyster Cult. That was our highest retention ever on a YouTube video. I mean, I think Van Halen was first, but
The Red and the Black with Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah.
it's like
A lot of people actually knew that one,
it's pretty crazy because like more people knew that than they knew Van Halen. That like
or more people commented.
yeah, because like that's true because I think our channel's in the state where people might know that type of song if it was by that different band. Like probably if you name a Dokken deep cut, our viewers might even know it, like a big time Dokken deep
Yeah,
cut.
Dokken got that Dokken and Quiet Riot video was crazy. It was
It
one of
was.
our top
Best
5
videos ever. Like, definitely top 5. Might be still going up right now. It's hard to check. But
And Dokken was, I think, the winner.
yeah, I think Dokken won
I like
too.
Dokken. But, it goes back to like we talked about earlier. Now, if this trend continues, we talked about Twisted Sister, Cinderella, Great White, those type of bands, we made, which we never used to do.
We never used to even think about that.
Because that was, with the thrash crowd, we'd have probably got hammered.
Oh, yeah.
But this seems to be, I think what I see is the different types of listeners we have. I think it's all over the place.
I believe it's all
Which
over
is
the place,
cool.
too.
I mean, because I like all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like our goal is to like
I like to do shorts on all these bands. Not just
bring all
having,
rock together, like rock metal, like thrash metal can have its place there too, but that's a little bit some crazy stuff in thrash metal.
again, you try to be able to throw in the Rolling Stones or
Yeah.
Who, or even Traffic maybe.
Oh yeah, Traffic. That's
Just this example, like some band like that, Robin Trower, like guitar. I mean,
like
who's
Stevie Ray Vaughan
guitarist?
versus Billy Gibbons,
Or, yeah,
I think we're
Robin
thinking about doing that
Trower
once.
and
Pat Travers.
Pat Travers, all these great, good guitar players. Jeff Beck, and bands like Faces is another one of my favorite bands.
Oh yeah,
But will they work? That's the big question.
which I think some of those bands, like the more blues and like southern rock stuff, that might
That's another
be.
thing. Southern rock. You give me, being from the South,
Like
you
Molly
can give
Hatchet,
me
Leonard
Molly
Skinner.
Hatchet, Skinner, Allman Brothers, bands like that. I love them. Blackfoot.
Oh yeah, Blackfoot.
Those are great bands. A couple of outlaw songs.
Yeah, like Ghost Riders in the Sky. They covered Johnny Cash really good.
But all those bands, I mean, just like I said, let us, if you'd like us to do them, we'll do them. I mean,
Because I do believe there's like less of like demand for it, but like
do, I agree.
for
But
that stuff because no, don't get me wrong, they're big. They're some of them are pretty big bands. Like Leonard Skinner's huge, so is Molly Hatchet. But like, I just don't know.
38 Special, I mean, I grew up to all that stuff.
I mean, I don't know if like the people who like Leonard Skinner be watching like these YouTube shorts because
I don't know. Like I said,
it's hard to like say.
hopefully we'll get some feedback from y'all. Give us a hint of what y'all might like or dislike. You can say no, don't put that crap on, or yeah, hell yeah, put it on. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we want to hear.
let's kind of go into like when we do like guitarist battles. We do see a common complaint, but like for example, if we did something like this debate right here, Paranoid versus Back in Black, we didn't do it like exactly like this, but something similar. People said both riffs are very simple. Like we told them, does simplicity make them worse than a more complex riff?
Yeah, that's another
That's a real
comment,
one.
especially with AC/DC. You always,
Yeah, you always like simple.
anybody can play that, but I'm like, I always come back. Can anybody sell out stadiums all around the world?
Yeah.
Simple or not, I mean, you got to give them credit. I mean, those are people who usually make those comments sitting on their couch. What I call them, dollar store guitar players.
Oh yeah, dollar store guitar players.
Not taking anything away from them. I'm sure they're good guitar players, but they're sitting on the couch talking about how easy AC/DC stuff is while they're one of the biggest bands ever.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to, easy or not, I mean,
Think about
they're
like,
not doing it.
it's even beneficial for them than more simple stuff too. Like new guitar players, and they go like to AC/DC, and that's like they like that stuff because like that's like easy to play and fun to play. So that's just better because if you're like really complex riff, like let me think of a song that's kind of like hard to play in guitar. Like I'm gonna give you an example right here. King Crimson. I forgot what the song's called. There's a King Crimson song, pretty hard to play in guitar. Like that's why you really don't see too many people playing it. Like this is why you see like more guitars starting off with these types of songs, which is probably better because you never see guitars starting off with King Crimson.
Right, but the point is when people criticize the easy, anybody can do that.
Yeah,
It's just like,
it's
Yeah,
just
right.
a dumb complaint. Like,
it is. It's from people who, anyway, moving on from that.
speaking of dumb complaints, I think you know what time it is.
Wait.
It's time to.
Hold on, one more thing.
Oh, all right.
What is your thoughts of anybody? Well, our last type of debate, Prague.
Oh yeah, Prague.
What are your thoughts on Prague? Like I say, Pink Floyd versus Rush. Now, we've not we've done a little bit of Pink Floyd. Some of it's done good, some of it's not.
No, we're rushing.
Which is weird because Pink Floyd was huge. Now, like I said, we don't do a lot because you got Pink Floyd, Rush, Yes.
Oh yeah,
bands like that, which I like.
I do also. Some
But
of the Yes
are
songs are
they-
a little long, but
Are they worthy of doing shorts on? If people would be like, again, it's something for y'all to let us know if they're good or. No, Prague is just not their thing. King Crimson.
Oh, yeah,
You
King
mentioned
Crimson.
King Crimson.
but yeah, like King Crimson, like
And if you want to get into, I guess, Genesis, old
old,
Genesis,
like
before, Peter Gabriel, when Peter Gabriel was
like
that
Supper's Ready era.
20-something minute songs.
Oh, like Echoes is a good 20-something minute song, but like you kind of have to like
We did what did we do? We did this one actually did pretty good. Echoes against 2112.
2112, that did
that
good.
one did pretty good
For at
for
the
our
time.
channel.
I channel at the time, but it did good, and I don't remember what
But I
one
think
was a long time ago.
that's one of the only few Prague ones we've done. We haven't done any Triumph.
No, we've never done Triumph before. I mean, just did on Listen Up Radio, so that's probably where we'll see more Triumph because we were gonna do Ordinary Man by Triumph. We just couldn't find a clip of that. But anyways, like getting more into that, like the thing about Prague is you kind of like it has a really specific audience. Like
Yeah,
not everybody
I
likes
think
Prague
so.
music, because like Prague music, it just has most music just sticks like the same few beats and just like it tends to be like 6 minutes at the max. Like, and usually the 6-minute songs always get condensed in like radio edits. Like Shout by Tears for Fears got condensed into a radio edit. Like
Well, that's what they always did
Yeah.
mainly back in the day. They made it for Slow Ride was like that. They
Oh,
always
yeah.
would cut that. The record version was like half of what the actual.
what about Leonard
song-
Skinner Freebird? Did they ever condense
Yeah,
that?
oh yeah, there's a cut version of that also. That's another thing. Foghat's another great band.
Yeah, we do some of their deep tracks. But, yeah, like, that's the thing about Prague. Like, the people who like it really like it, but, like, Prague tends to be longer. Because, like, we have, like, a Prague playlist.
Yeah, there's some long Prague
Like,
songs.
I remember there was a band called Camel that had, like, 3 songs in a row in their album that was, like, 21 minutes long. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy stuff. Also, like, they have, like, weird stuff in their, like, albums. Like, I mean, I like the stuff, but, like, they have some weird stuff in their albums. Like I'm thinking of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. They have, like,
Yeah.
Karn, Evil, First Impression, 9. Like, it's just weird, like, fun, like, cool but weird stuff. Like, alright, so next, we can kind of move on to Prague. Just, like, spend maybe, like, the last, like, 3-5 minutes reading a few comments in the videos we might have missed, because we try to go through every comment, and we just, as you know, we don't like leaving, like, comments unseen, because that gives people a bad impression of the channel. So, we don't have time to go through every single one. We'll just go through a few, and if any of them are dumb, we'll just leave them where they are. So, let's pull some of the comments up. Alright. Oh, here they go.
What's this from?
These first ones are from which metal band you cranking up? Looks like Quiet Riot or Dokken. Both, but I think Quiet Riot was better.
Good comment.
Good
Then you get comments like the next one.
Judas Priest is Sentinel. That's an interesting comment because
Get a lot of those.
we do. I don't think it's not really too related to the video, but I guess it's a good answer, anyways. Because like, I guess the hook was which metal band are you cranking up, and people claimed it wasn't metal, but I guess we can heart that comment because Judas Priest is good. Still in the 70s. I think we said 80s metal, so still in the 70s. I mean, we could take that like a few different ways, but I'm assuming it's not a hate comment, so let's just heart the comment. Have to go with Dokken. Pretty simple. Good comment.
And somebody liked it.
Yeah, somebody liked it. And most of them,
Sometimes we run into issue, I think, with
I don't
people
really
from a different country.
understand what that's trying to say. But
And or their reply is, they do the best they can.
yeah, they do, so that does hard. AC/DC, that one might need to be. This one's actually Who Rocks Harder, Def Leppard or Saxon. AC/DC was not an option, so we can skip Saxon, that wasn't an option. Quiet Riot, that can go. All of them, that can be hearted. Venom. Rat. Oh, that's actually, we can talk about that, because the original video idea was Rat.
Right? It sure was. And it's
Tesla.
Tesla. Now, is those from
That's from the Quiet Riot versus
Yeah,
Dokken.
that's their own opinion, so there's nothing wrong with that. You can hard them.
I'll hard both of those.
Yeah, that's what they're cranking Rat and
Both. That's a fair comment. Dokken, George Lynch rules. I like the Wicked Sensation Lynch Mob song. So,
here we go.
I think this is something.
Looking 2 likes.
It looks like it says Megadeth.
It does.
All right. Still love the 80 early 90s rock.
All
That's
right.
hard. Oh, we can just skip that. We already saw it. Quiet Riot, baby. Lynch all day. Metallica. Maiden Up the Irons. That got 7 likes. That's
Yep.
pretty crazy. Both. Quiet Riot. Merciful Fate. Somebody replied, "Hell yeah, I'm with you on that one." I never really understood what like Merciful Fate was about. I mean, I don't know any of their songs. I don't think you do either. So they all suck, especially Lynch. That's a skip. That's not metal. More like hard rock. And then guess what? Somebody replied, "But that was metal back then." So
True.
that's a heart and a like to that comment. Really, that's Wasp versus Guns N' Roses. What? Roxer sucks. That's a skip. Oh yeah, remember this comment? Nothing else matters.
Yep.
A little bit creepy. That can go all that. I think it looks like we're at the point where we've read over everything. This dumb stuff that like they're both terrible through their third albums. Here it is. Higher Than Bomb versus Coffee Baby.
That was for what?
Which song are you cranking up louder? Oh
Slayer.
yeah, that was our "I Was Made for Loving You" versus "Raining Blood" video.
Yeah, we did a short just to try to, do something different and kind of funny with Slayer, Rain and Blood. What are you cranking up? Or Kisses. I was made for love.
You.
Originally, we were going to do Beth,
Oh yeah,
but
but
we decided to do I was made for loving you. Just to see what kind of comments, how many bad comments we did. And most of them were, I don't think, did Kiss get any? Maybe
No.
one, maybe.
maybe one.
Yeah.
Saxon that could be harder, but
That was kind of cool. But we usually don't do stuff like, do you know what?
that's probably like one time thing.
And we did one, which German metal band rocks harder except
somebody
for
said-
Scorpion.
And somebody said Rammstein, but there's actually
few
multiple Rammstein comments.
Multiple Rammstein, and what's the other one? Creator.
Yeah, Creator. I'm sure Creator is better music in general, but I'm just like scrolling through these pretty quickly, like seeing through anything like Def Leppard and Van Halen, like just scrolling. Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby, both. I guess that can be hard. Oh, here's a debate going on against these two people. Look at how long this debate is. That's like
What was that from? I don't remember.
that was from which era of metal is greater, 80s or 70s.
That was a good video.
It was. 70s were the greatest due to the fact that they invented 80s metal. You can kind of like read over these if you want and make your own opinion, but we can't be here all night reading stuff. So I think you probably be able to find that since that'd be one of the Freddie Mercury.
Ozzy versus Freddie Mercury, frontman.
Yeah.
Brett and Black Sabbath, USA Slayer.
Sweet Child of Mine. Which one's more replayed? A lot of these I don't know how he missed. Like, this is some good stuff.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot
cannot
of-
replay these, and somebody replied like with the eyes first. Somebody replied, "That's why our YouTube handle is named Space Cadet 04. That one probably just stay where it is.
I think that's enough for the
I
comments.
think that's enough. Let's take these all off the screen, these comments, and just the wrong button to see the
But
comments
that's,
off the
that's a
screen.
lot of the, just an example of some of the comments we get. I mean,
And if we have another good video for the next stream, we're definitely gonna read more because we like reading comments on stream. It's fun. Now, before we wrap things up, we should. I know it's not an advertisement. It's just not supposed to be. We'll talk a little bit about like our show we're doing tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. EST because it's on Stationhead. It's a platform called Stationhead. I don't think really anybody's heard of it before. I mean, it's just not that popular, and it's like
especially for rock.
yes, it's just
A lot of K-pop on there.
yeah, like we're one of the only two like rock people on there.
There's a guy called Hairband Basement who he does 80s hair metal, basically all his deep tracks. Great show.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. But if you're into he plays some serious deep cuts of 80s hair
does.
metal, and he's good.
Yeah, so
A lot more professional than us. He has a
Oh,
professional show. Ours is just, if you ever listen to it, we're just talking.
Yeah.
And almost, people think we're probably drunk.
Yeah, our Station Head show is a lot more crazier than this. Like, if you thought this was crazy, you got another thing coming if you want to watch a Station Head show. Or listen to the Station Head show. That's crazy.
But, it's just basically playing the songs. You play the whole song.
Yeah, you can.
It's an hour. We usually do
Can't
it about
do
an
it
hour and a
here.
half. And you have to, but it's good if you want to listen to them Fridays and Saturday nights. Join in. We're there.
Yes, we are. So, with that being said, I think it's about time to end the stream.
All right.
And if you want us to keep on streaming, go ahead and go to that community post and vote on if you like the live streams. If you were there, then...
And all you people there tonight, appreciate it for you listening in.
Yes.
And thanks for commenting on our YouTube shorts. I hope you continue and let us know how we're doing. Good or bad, we're there.
If you like deep cuts, then check out Listen Up Radio and rock on.
Have a good one.